It's my feel-good breakfast show. Exciting stuff, and it is time for my favorite part of the show. Zola is in the house. How are you?
Good.
It is time for our culinary hotline. Give us a call at 083-913-3728 if you have some burning questions regarding food. Get it? Burning questions.
I got it.
Well, we already have a call. Annie, you're on the line. Good morning. You're live on Expresso. What's your question?
And good morning, Zola.
Morning.
You are one of my biggest fans of cooking. Your cooking is fantastic. I've been to one of your shows. You are an angel in cooking.
Thank you.
Zola, my question is, when I cook minced meat, it turns out very, very fatty, and I don't like fatty foods. Please, can you help me?
Okay, well, thanks, Annie. Thanks for your question. She has fatty mince.
She does have fatty mince. It's probably because you're buying a high-fat mince. So just check the ratios of the meat versus the fat. What you should actually do is choose the piece of meat. So choose a sirloin steak and ask the butcher to mince it for you. That way you know exactly how much fat is in the mince. Otherwise, go for something really lean like ostrich, or Ewan was just saying that he uses springbok mince if you can find it at a butchery. So depending on the sort of ratio of the mince in terms of the fat, that's how fatty your end product will be. So choose your meat and get the butcher to mince it for you. And that way...
You're making me hungry. All these mince questions. We also have some Facebook questions. Of course, you can ask us, Ask Expresso. So use the hashtag. The first question is from Zak Bota. He says, Zola, my husband would like to know, how does one make the perfect hollandaise sauce without it curdling?
That is a tricky one. Hollandaise is tricky, and it's tricky for a lot of people.
Right.
So the most important thing is temperature control. So this is how I make it to make sure that it's perfect every time. Use a bain-marie, so a glass bowl or a metal bowl or whatever, stainless steel bowl rather, over some hot water. And then whisk your eggs off the heat, first of all, with your reduction, so vinegar or whatever, your lemon juice or whatever. Then pop it onto the heat, okay? So the bowl's over the hot water while you're whisking, while pouring the actual clarified butter or regular melted butter. And that way you control the temperature, it doesn't get too hot.
Okay.
So
So not just straight in a pot.
And at the end, if you're going to actually add anything to thin it down, make sure you use warm liquid and not a cold liquid, otherwise you'll shock it and it'll split and then you'll be very sad.
No. Okay, that's really good. So I hope we answer that one for you, Zach. Also, more Facebook questions that's coming through. Hashtag Ask Expresso. Marcia Simon, she says, I have a question. I've been longing to ask. If I roll out my dough to make thin pizza, it always comes out really thick in the end. What am I doing wrong?
Okay, so the first thing I must tell you, Marcia, is you're not doing anything wrong. Remember, pizza dough has yeast in it, so it does rise. So if you don't want the thick edge, make sure you put the toppings all the way to the edge. Then it won't rise so much. See, your middle doesn't rise because you've got toppings on it,
right.
So it's sort of pressing it down. So if you put stuff all the way to the edge, it won't rise so much. But you're not doing anything wrong. That's what pizza's supposed to do.
Yeah, or just eat the thick dough. Hey?
Just
it's so
eat
much
it.
fun.
Yeah.
083-913-3728. Our questions or your questions and the answers right here with Zola's Culinary Hotline. Boom, boom, boom. I must get today. Yay, okay. Ewan's cooking in the kitchen. What's happening, Zol?